welcome you back live. It is hour number 2 of the 2015 OPA World Championships, and that sound you hear is music to our ears. We hope it's music to your ears as well. And guys, a great first race, and our second race with the Super Cats, the Super V Lights in Class 5 is just now underway.
It is underway. The engine's just going right, the boat's going right by us. The engine's just blowing out there. You can see them, and they got a heck of a race starting right now. We have, as you said, the 5 class, as well as the Super V, and then
the Super Cats.
And those Super Cats have no governor on them, so to speak. They can let it out. They have no break point.
Exactly.
They can go as fast as they want.
Absolutely, Bob. They are a spec class, and they're only limited to the spec of the engines, but they can run as fast as they can possibly get that boat set up to do, and they're making their way up the backstretch now. It looks like, from our vantage point here, it looks like Teague Custom Marine is in the lead right now coming up the backstretch, with Cleveland Construction coming up in second place, and there is not a lot of distance in between those guys right now. See if I can get a little better look here.
It's amazing how fast they went around.
That's how it is. Yep, Teague Custom Marine out front, Cleveland Construction, their rooster tail. Cleveland Construction does have the inside line as they come into turn 3, and he is reeling in Teague Marine as they get to the big end of the straightaway here, guys. So that tells me there a little bit that Cleveland put a little taller prop on.
Whoa.
He's got a little more top end speed, and he is pulled up neck and neck with AMSOIL as they enter into turn 3 right here. And if you can see this, if you got this in your vantage point, watch this, because this is how it's done right here, guys. These guys are pros. Paul Whittier on the wheel on that AMSOIL boat. He is a pro, and they ran that boat real wide going through that turn.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, a very
wide turn by the Teague boat.
Was that by design, Shane?
I'm not sure what was going on there. I wouldn't think they'd take that turn that wide for corner speed. Maybe they may be having a little bit of an issue in the boat, but no issue right now as they come by our broadcast booth.
They're about 10 seconds back now, because they're 10 seconds.
Yeah, they lost a lot of ground on that turn, but Bob's got that boat trimmed out and dialed in beautifully as they come down the front stretch here in Englewood. So I'm not sure what happened on that turn there.
This is a race, though, with the Super Cats, just to let everybody know. They've got 12 laps. Bob Teague, Paul Whittier, they've got time to make up that ground, but certainly a message sent by Cleveland Construction here on the first lap.
Look at this action coming into turn 3. You got Tuggett, you got Pirate Racing and Lily Sport Boats all within a quarter second. Oh, Tuggett is caught in the wash coming into Pirate Racing into some wave action. What a bunch of slicing and dicing coming into turn 3. Boy, you could throw a net over Pirate Racing and Lily Sport Boats. I can't even see Tuggett. They're up in the roost of those 2 boats. Those 3 boats were all within about a quarter of a boat length of each other coming into turn 3. Tuggett's still in the wash, and it looks like LSB, the Lily Sport Boat, is going to make it out of turn number 4 in first position by about a boat length over Pirate Racing. Tuggett definitely lost some ground coming through 3 and 4 as they got tied up in the roost.
Pirate Racing, man, they went up high on that turn. That was amazing.
Absolutely, and look at the backstretch, Class 5 coming down now. It looks like only 1 boat. There are 2 boats there, guys. There's a bat boat on the outside, and you have got the Cisco boat on the inside. They are neck and neck. There is no distance in between those guys as they enter into turn 3.
And this is the Class 5 race right here we're looking at coming around the turn, and that's with the boys from Venice. We're going to check out and see where they are at this point. I know they finished 8th out of 12 on Friday. They were disappointed, but they're looking forward to making it up for this particular race. We'll see how they're doing right now. Cisco out in the lead.
Cisco in the lead. Here comes the pushing 10 boat challenger for second place over the bat boat. Cisco definitely opened up some ground through that turn over the bat boat. And Reinforce are making a move right now for 4th place over Pump It. And then you have got everybody bunched up for your positions behind those guys. That crowd is still really bunched up in Class 5. Cleveland Construction coming around turn 4 right now. They are definitely maintaining their lead over the AMSOIL boat of Bob Teague and Paul Whittier. Again, not sure what happened to Bob and Paul on that turn coming through lap 1. It definitely cost them some time and some distance.
Yeah, they're still feeling that, Shane. They're still feeling that first turn around turn 4 as they're still trying to recover. And actually, they've fallen a little further behind than they were their first pass, now 2 laps in the books.
I just kind of timed it as it went by this time as opposed to the other lap, and they're about 10 seconds behind Cleveland Construction at this point. So AMSOIL, obviously Teague needs to make up some ground here in the next few laps.
Absolutely, and coming up on those back markers, I shouldn't say back markers, coming up on the slower classes, as they work their way through traffic. That'll be a good opportunity for Bob Teague and Paul Whittier to make up some of that ground. Those guys have been racing for 15 plus years and been racing together for a good 10 years, and they are no strangers to working their way back up to get back in first position, so they are definitely not down and out by any means. To see afterwards what caused the problem as they came into that first turn, because it definitely cost them a bunch of real estate, guys.
This Super V Light class, guys, is off to a great start with Brent Lilly and the LSB team running first right now with Pirate Racing and Tuggett 2 and 3. Typhoon was running a little further behind as they make their way down towards turn 3 and turn 4. Their second lap, the V Lights will be running 9. Class 5 will run 7 laps. Let's
so there we go.
We stand here.
You got Class 5 coming. Actually, Class 5 right now. Cisco, Wings in the Water, and pushing 10. That's the leaderboard right now. Well, you're looking at the V class, Super V class coming down right now around the turn as you see them currently moving on through.
Moving through turns 3 and 4, Lilly Sport Boat's got about a 1 second lead over Pirate Racing. They expanded on their position on that last lap, and looks like Tuggett bringing up third position. Oh, just about. He did hook it a little bit. Spun it out just slightly coming out of turn 4. Hooked the boat a little bit. Tuggett trying to make up some ground. Just dove in a little too hard, and she bounced it around a little bit. But they're back up and running. Everything's fine. They didn't come off plane, so no problems there. Just cost them a little bit of real estate. Lilly Sport Boat's out in front of Pirate Racing by about a second, and Tuggett's probably about 2 seconds behind them. And we got a problem. Cleveland Construction coming out of turn 4, losing power. He's coming off plane, and here comes Bob Teague and Paul Whittier in that Amsoil boat. They are going to pass him without a doubt. Cleveland Construction off plane right in front of our broadcast booth. What a shame right there, guys. They were out in front with a commanding lead, and Teague just went around them. What a disappointment, those guys. Everything appears to be okay. I don't see any smoke. They're right in front of our broadcast booth.
This certainly affects, at least for the moment, the Class 5 boats coming around and the Cleveland Construction boat right out of that turn.
Well, he's got it fired back up. He's got the port boat fired back up. So not sure what happened there. It appears from our vantage point, the best I can tell, they only have one engine running right now. Looks like their starboard motor is down on the Cleveland Construction boat.
And there goes Cisco right now. They're leading the Class 5 division right now. I think that's on their third lap, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, but nonetheless, you got Cisco in the lead on that Class 5. Moving on down.
That's Cisco and Wanna Race 1-2 right now in Class 5.
The helicopter now is circling around to make sure everything's all right with that Cleveland Construction boat right now, to make sure everyone's okay.
Was Up making a move here in Class 5. They've got their work cut out for them, but certainly not insurmountable.
Yeah, definitely no.
Was Up 2, I should say.
No safety concerns with Cleveland Construction. They just got clearance to turn around. They're down. Their starboard engine is down on them. They're making their way to the infield right now. I can see the guys in the cockpit. No problems at all safety-wise. They're just clearing the course now to provide safe racing for the rest of the folks. And what a shame, guys. That was a great race we had going on there in Super Cat, but Cleveland Construction out of it right now, and as soon as Bob Teague finishes off this lap, that'll pretty much secure his world championship for OPA in 2015.
Now, he'll have to complete the race, obviously, won't he? I mean, just to make sure that he can get around as well. But that was a heck of a race. I mean, he had a hard time on whatever turn this is right here. I'm talking about Bob Teague, and then had a 10-second deficit he had to try to make up, and then Cleveland Construction having problems on the same turn, and obviously now out of the race.
Yep, absolutely. So Cleveland Construction going to head back in. It won't be the last time we see those guys today. They are also the driver and throttle man for the Cat Can Do Unlimited boat.
Okay.
So they'll go back and swap boats, and we'll see them back out on the course again. You see Bob Teague and Paul Whittier making their way through the Super V light traffic as they round turns 3 and 4.
And again, folks, just joining us right now, we are live, and we are live here at the World Championship in Englewood, OPA, Englewood Beach, Florida, 2015.
Hear that beautiful Amsoil boat just come roaring by our broadcast booth. And it looks like Lily Sport Boats and Pirate Racing still maintaining about the same distance at first and second in your Super V Light. You got Tuggett bringing up third in the Super V Light. Those guys all seem to be maintaining their position and distance of one another pretty equal. You've got Lily Sport Boats, LSP boat out front by about a second and a half, 2 seconds, and then Pirate Racing in your second position, and he's probably a good 4 or 5 seconds behind Pirate.
Guys, we are in race number 2, and we're live from Englewood Beach, Florida, the 2015 OPA World Championships. We're back after this.